What's up, cousins? It's DYANAROZAY, and I bring a unique commentary to your favorite reality TV shows and whatever is popping on social media. I need you guys to come in, join the discussion, become a subscriber if you are not already, and make sure your notification bells are on so that you don't miss a thing. Welcome everybody to the channel. Welcome cousins to the channel. This is DYANAROZAY, and I'm here to talk to y'all about Belle Collective. Y'all know one of my favorite shows, so come on in. Nice to have y'all. It is storming yet again over here in Atlanta, so if y'all hear the thunder outside, y'all know I'm not in a soundproof studio. So if you hear thunder outside, that is what it is, and hopefully it does not knock out my damn power or internet, okay? So come on in, everybody. Nice to have y'all. We are talking about, listen, Belle Collective is getting good to me. Y'all know I pay attention to everything, right? I told y'all when Kerri and her husband Matt when they first show up on the scene, there is a incident that happens between Glenn and Tisha. Remember that? And then Kerri went to talk to her husband about it. I think it was what went down at Teresa's party and how all that information was revealed, that Glenn was sending, hey, big head texts to Mandy, right? Anyway, when Kerri goes to her husband to have a conversation about it, this is in their first season, when Kerri goes to have a conversation with her husband about it, she's like, oh my God, can you believe what happened and Glenn this and Glenn that? And remember how Matt told Kerri to bridle her tongue? He said, Kerri, we ain't gonna do that. He said, Kerri, you're putting too much on that, okay? And I said, baby, did y'all see how quick Matt was to tell Kerri, don't talk about anybody else's motherfucking problems when you know that our shit does not smell like roses? And baby, here it is. Here it is. Come on in, everyone. Welcome to the cookout. I appreciate y'all for coming in here. Okay, let me get my cookout party video up. Okay, we dancing, eating, okay, chilling, hanging out with the fam. Everybody looks great. I appreciate y'all for coming through. We got Michi in the house, Glaze. We got Caroline. Who else? We got Dyrese. We got Leah in the house. Welcome, y'all. And we do have my sister. Y'all know Clone in the house is my real sister. We got the same mama, same daddy. She is helping me on the ones and the twos, on the ones and the twos in the chat by making sure you guys have a good time, okay? I don't mind if we have different opinions, child. We don't all have the same mama, same daddy. So y'all can have a different opinion, but just keep it cute. You know what I'm saying? Y'all don't have to go after each other. It's not the way, okay? And I see that Clone says she likes my shirt. A lot of y'all have been asking me about my tees, about my t-shirt. Let me get closer. This is James Baldwin, okay? This is my second James Baldwin shirt. I do love me a black tee, okay? And I know people have been saying, girl, why don't you share your tees, get your information out there? Now, the first black t-shirt I had, the James Baldwin shirt, when I was giving you guys the link, y'all was asking me over there on IG, y'all came back and told me they ran out of shirts. They don't have any more shirts. So if you like this one, you're going to want to get in on it now. Okay, let me show y'all the shirt. There it is. I'm wearing the same one. It looks exactly the same. I think the person who is making these, it is a black designer for sure. It's a black designer for sure. They have a lot of different colors: black, gray, red, green, blue. I think there's about 15 colors. I got the military green is what color this one is. And if you want one, you can get one, okay? Because I told y'all I'm not a gatekeeper. I'm not a hater, okay? I don't do all that blocking shit that other people do. And you know who I'm talking about too, okay? There is a bitch y'all love. Some of y'all love anyway. All she does is block, okay? All she does is black. But if y'all would like this shirt, you can get it. The link is in this video. You either going to see an icon right on the front of your cell phone screen. Tap it. You can get it. I bought this on Wednesday. It was at my door on Saturday. Yesterday when I came home, I was shocked to see it, child. But yesterday, so it mails fast out of California. Black artist, has a whole bunch of beautiful things, but this one I had to get. I love me some James Baldwin, child. Love him, love him, love him. Black Renaissance writer. Y'all know the things. Anyway, get yourself one. If you're on your computer, you can buy one because the link is right underneath the menu bar, okay? And let me know you got it. Let me know you got it once you buy it. All right? All right? All white? Come on in, everybody. Welcome to the chat. So listen, I just want to say this. I love me some Matt and Kerri, even though I'm about to talk about them. I do love them. I'm happy that they started off comfortable on this show, but they're really comfortable now. You know what I'm saying? Basically, whatever's going on in their home life, it's pouring out. It's pouring out. And it's real life. We love to talk about Tisha and Glenn. We love to talk about Treese and Woodstock. But now Kerri and Matt has entered the mix. And I knew the second Matt said, Kerri, don't do that. Don't talk about nobody else's marriage. I knew then that him and Kerri, they have their moments. They've been together since high school. They fight when the energy just hits them. It hits them, right? They fight like they've known each other since they were kids. So they've known each other for a while. But I hope that they know that they've done a lot of PR these last couple of days where Kerri has been showing herself with the whole family because she doesn't want people to think that, nobody likes her over there in the house. We don't think that, Kerri. I'm trying to see what looks best. And I don't know, maybe this one. Let's do this way. It might be too much work. Might be too much shit in the back of me. Okay. You said, you sick of Kerri. You know what I'm saying? Listen, we don't know Kerri personally. I can see how you could get sick of her though. We don't know her personally, but the people that know her, they know her heart. They know her heart and they love her. You know what I'm saying? So Matt, he's following everything. All right, so let's get to this story, y'all. It picks up where it left off. Y'all know they are in Atlanta. They are having a bachelor and bachelorette party for Selena and Mike. Selena and Mike. So they are in the ATL. Latrice and Glenn are the hosts of this party, and they actually arrived in Atlanta early with their spouses, Woodstock and Tisha. Okay. And Treese assigned all of the rooms, right? Treese went and assigned everybody their room. And she said, I'm getting my lick back because Kerri shouldn't have put me in a damn bunk bed with no bathroom with Letitia when me and Letitia were at our lowest. Like we were going at each other's throats. I was crying every other day. We had called our friendship quits for the umpteenth time. She said, baby, you shouldn't have put me in there. And since you played me, hell yeah, you about to get this motherfucking shoebox, okay? Shaquille O'Neal, let me take one of his shoe boxes and you and Matt, y'all can sleep in it. You and Matt can sleep in it because this, I don't care. All right? She ain't lying. Anyway, everybody else pull up, right? Because they got there first, but now everybody else pulls up. And when they are walking into the house, Glenn has this tray of drinks for everybody. It's champagne and these nice little flutes, and he is passing them out to everybody who's walking in the door. And you see clear champagne for everybody except for Marie. Marie walks up in the door. Glenn gives her a champagne flute of brown. Okay. Marie said, bitch, listen, you might have your moments, but baby, I like you. You're very thoughtful. Give me my damn Henny and Coke or whatever she had in that damn glass. Give me my damn Henny and Coke. That's what I like. Okay. That was hilarious. And then everybody else got their glasses, right? Now, y'all already know Matt is driving to Atlanta. And I told y'all in my review last week, you just don't decide to drive, okay? Not when, the show is paying for a flight. That's just not what you do, baby. What time do I need to be there? Because driving is taxing. Okay, that's some shit you do when you're young. But as you get older, you know what I mean? How many hours? Because you can only do so much. 4 hours tops. Because I'm not driving no damn 8, 10, 12 hours to no place. And that's just what it is. I get tired. Them lines in the road, all of that shit become a blur after a while. But Matt is driving. And I told y'all in my review last week, I said, people don't just drive, baby. Matt's driving because he knows what it is. He knows that him and Kerri might wear out their welcome. They're just that couple. And it's good that you might be that fucking couple. If you know it, if you're not that easy to get along with, if you might mean well, but somebody might mistake your intentions. If you're one of those folks, that's Kerri and Matt. And mostly Kerri. If you're one of those people, go on ahead and get a quick exit. Know yourself, and just make a quick exit. You know what I'm saying? There's nothing wrong with that. But some of y'all was arguing with me in them comments, child. That's not why. He just blah, blah, blah. Girl, bye. Nobody's doing that. So Matt is driving. So he's still en route, but Kerri is there, right? And they are all oohing and ahhing about this damn house. Oh, this is gorgeous. And then you hear Tree say, y'all ain't got to worry about picking out the rooms. I did that for you, okay? So go on ahead and find the room. The Post-it note is on the door. It has your name on it, okay? Thank you, girl. I appreciate you. Love you too. It has your Post-it note on it. So your name is on the Post-it note on the door. Go on ahead and get your room. So everybody runs upstairs. Every single body in the house runs up the steps, child. No one even thought of there might be a bottom level. And the cameras are stuck on Kerri, right? Kerri goes to the door. This belongs to Tisha. Oh, this belongs to, Tambra. Oh, this belongs to. So she is like, every time she sees a door, she snatches the note off of the door. It's not even her damn room. She snatches it down, crumbles it up. That's Tisha's room. Tisha, this is your room. Oh, this is Teresa's room. Trace, this is your room. So she is really like, if I don't get nothing else, please give me a good room. I don't know what's going on in my financial life. My mama-in-law, that heifer getting on my nerves. Matt's getting on my nerves because I don't know which team he's on. He's telling me one thing, pillow talking me in the evenings. And then when I go out into the real world, he talk about, well, Kerri, we already talked about that. Well, bitch, when? You didn't say that to me because, listen, truth be told, when you have couples like this is why people tell y'all to mind your own business, okay? Mind your own business. Couples have been in a relationship for a long time. These two have been together since high school. Just know that one of them is operating like good cop and one is operating like bad cop. One puts a battery in the other's back. They do it for each other because after a while, you just know how to activate motherfuckers, okay? And that ain't a lie. That's a fact. That's why when you see people come, oh, he did this to her. Bitch, how long they been together? Okay? Because when a person know that they're incompatible in that way, they leave. In year 1, year 2, you might get to year 3, motherfucker. But if you stay in 10, 11, 12, 15, 20 years, that what you're watching is a show, okay? That's a puppet show at that point. And all you need to do is sit back and be like, y'all got it. You know what I'm saying? Don't get involved. Come on in. Welcome to the chat. Welcome to the chat. Welcome to the chat. Hit the like button and share the video. But anyway, Kerri's running around, child, trying to snatch these notes off the door. And then, where am I? That's when Treese tells everybody that the rest of the rooms are downstairs. And Selena, the person that they are there to honor, she's like, why the hell y'all put me under the house? Like, I should have at least had a room upstairs, baby. under the house. Nothing good can happen under the house. Y'all don't even have windows under the house. Now, I agree with that shit. I don't want to be any place there's not a window. But now Selena's going downstairs and she's like, baby, this party this weekend is about me. How do you have the best room in the house, Latrice? And Latrice said, my party, I threw it. My dime, I'm paying for it. My damn room. Of course, I'm going to get the master suite. Don't mistake this. Don't mistake me throwing this party for me being a damn fool. In other words, I clocked it. Good for you, Latrice. Good for you. But now they got to go downstairs. Okay. So when they get downstairs, Selena finds her room. Y'all, she was a little anxious. She finds her room and she screams out to Mike, come on in, child. This is a good room. We got a sofa and a huge ass bed. This is a nice spot. We here. They're happy. And then Kerri is like, well, damn, where am I? And she finally makes it to the door that has the post-it note, Kerri and Matt. And when she looks in that damn room and sees that small ass couch, what size bed is that? What do you call it? A single? Whatever it is, it's a single size bed, baby. For one, a 20 twin is what it is. That twin size ass bed. She looked at the bed. She said, my husband is tall. Like his feet are going to hang over the mattress. There's no fucking way we can sleep in here. And she starts screaming, hell no, absolutely not. Hell no, hell no. And then she y'all said a love seat. She crumbles up the post-it note, threw it to the floor, stomped on it, started stomping her feet in the floor. While she's doing all that, you see Treese in the hallway, like she fell out, girl. Hands over the wall, laying all on the floor. Baby, I was screaming. That was the funniest scene. But yes, everybody was like, oh, they knew she was going to go off too. But after a while, when she, composes herself, she goes running down to Tambra's room. Not Marie. Not Marie's room, Tambra's room, child. She said, baby, you are single here. Okay, you're single. Going ahead and give this room up to me and Matt, and you take that one. And Tambra said, if you don't shake a bone and get the hell on, I'm not sleeping down there. Okay, I am claustrophobic, child. I would never put myself in that position. So they are all losing their shit. Like, everybody's laughing. She starts laughing because everybody's laughing at her. For the most part, you know what I'm saying? For the most part, we all know that she understands. She says in her confessional, Treese is getting me back for the bullshit I did to her on the Gulf Coast. I put her in a damn twin-sized bunk bed. So she's putting me in this room, and I get it, baby. But goddamn. Okay, could y'all have given me just a little bit of slack? Could y'all have given me a little bit of slack considering everything I got going on? Anyway, the shit was funny. I laughed my tail off. Hey, Mildred. We got Mildred's in conversations in the house. What's up? Erica is here. What is up? What is up? Yes, baby, a twin size bed. I was howling. Anyway, after all of that, Kerri said, baby, listen, I don't know who the fuck y'all think I am. Y'all hoes are supposed to be rich, but here you are proving me right. Y'all are Jackson for real, okay? Basically saying y'all gutter, y'all low life, y'all for the streets. Y'all for the streets. How could you think that this was a good experience, that this is something you would want to do to a friend? But either way, she said, baby, my husband isn't going to tolerate this shit. He has points over there at the Marriott. He going to get us the room we deserve. Not this shit. Not this, okay? Anyway, she's joking. They're all laughing. Come on, Kerri, take one for the team. We want you to stay. That kind of thing. And Kerri storms on out of there, right? She leaves. She gives her husband a call, though. He's on the road, and she called Matt. She said, baby, they didn't put us in this damn FEMA trailer. You aren't going to like this shit at all. We are living in the bowels of this fucking house. You hear me? I want to prepare you before you get here. Matt says on the phone, I knew that shit was going to happen before. That's why I drove, Kerri. I knew it was going to happen. So don't worry, I'm on my way. Thank you for warning me. Thank you for warning me. Okay. And then Matt said, that's not a problem. That's not a problem, baby. We ain't got to do that. Anyway, they all start laughing. Now they gather in the living room. Everybody's drinking their drink. The doorbell rings. And Tree says, I got us a little treat before we start partying hard later because, baby, we about to get our life, okay? She got somebody there to give them this electrolyte vitamin bag of IV. She said, listen, what's in this bag is equivalent to 3 liters of water. We're going to get y'all nice and hydrated before y'all go out and drink tonight. Okay. That way everybody can stay on their P's and Q's. And Tamber said, baby, count me out. I take my own vitamins. I don't know what's in that bag. When I tell y'all, Tamber does not play with her health at all. Tamber said, you're not going to put some shit in a bag and call it vitamins. Okay. Peace. I'll see what y'all got going on, but I know how to pace myself with water. I know how to order me a whatever it's called, a Perrier. I know how to order water. I don't need a damn IV bag. That's not for me. Kerri also opted out. She said, no way. No way. I'm going to go take a shower in our room, Treese, okay? Because you and me, we're going to be sharing this room this weekend, right? And Treese is laughing again. They are all taking it in stride. It's not a bad moment. This is something Shamia should have done. This is Kerri's, second season? But really her first because it's a second half of the season. The way Kerri knows how to play the game in front of the cameras. She might have really felt a fucking way, but at the end, baby, listen, what we're going to do is share a room if this is how you're going to play it. Same thing Shamia should have done. Shamia, you've been on that damn show for a long time. You know how it goes. All you had to do is tell Cynthia, I hope you don't mind me sharing a room because I'm going to be laying wherever your ass is laying. F that pool house until you get it cleaned up, right? Anyway, I just wanted to point that out because whatever. Now we have Matt. Matt ends up arriving finally, and everybody greets him when he walks in the door. Y'all know, Matt is a baseball player. He traveled on the road. He knows what horrible accommodations look like. He knows how to be a team player. You know what I'm saying? He knows how to take things easy. He ain't got to fight people for respect. Bitch, that's just whatever. I'm not doing all that. I'm going to do what I know is best for me, and I don't need your permission to do it. That's how you handle yourself when you got money and time. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to fool with y'all. That's what it is, right? So he comes in the house. Everybody's happy to see him. The other guys, what's up, Matt? You know what I'm saying? So he's, high-fiving, doing the brother man hand clap shit. Then he said, where's my wife? And Glenn said she taking a shower. She upstairs taking a shower, and he said, cool. He goes running up the stairs with his bag in tow, even though his room is downstairs. He ain't seen it yet. But he goes running up them steps, talking about Kerri. And Kerri ends up, hearing her name being called, and she goes running down the hall to meet her man. Jumps into his arms, wraps her legs around his waist, like he is, he just came back off tour from the Navy or some shit. Like he's been in the Army. You know what I mean? Bitch, I ain't seen you in 7 years. It's just been a few hours, Kerri. You got on a plane and he took the car. But she is like, I am so happy to see you. And he's like, damn, you don't greet me like this at the crib, baby. I ain't seen you in 6 hours. That's it, Kerri. What's going on? But she said, baby, I got to take you to see this room that they can put us in, or this room they think we going to stay in, because we ain't staying in this room. So she's teasing that while she's walking past everybody else. And he's like, okay, let's go see. So she takes him down to the room. And Matt looks in there. He said, is this the room for the dogs? Do they put the pets in this? And I just want to say, no. When I had a dog, my dog never stayed in any type of spot that looked like that. Now, listen, I'm gonna say something. The kennels over there in St. Louis, some of them, the ones I went to anyway, took my pet to. Top tier, top tier. They had their bed, they had a step in, they had a run where they could leave their little pet area and go outside and run up and down. They didn't have to, you know what I'm saying? Sometimes you pay for playtime. They had their own little pen where they would run up and down for the day and talk to the other dogs and then come back inside when they was tired into an air conditioned spot. I wouldn't have even put my damn dog in that. Okay. RIP to Houston and the Cane. They had it good. In fact, the owners used to take my dog into their houses with them. They said, "You have the best dog, baby." They ain't even outside. They ain't even out in the kennel. They are in our house. So just so y'all know, but yes, that was too bad. That wouldn't even have worked for my dog. And I ain't even lying. Okay. Anyway, he asked Kerri if this were the pets stay. Do they put the pets up in this motherfucker? He said, "I'm not staying in here." And Kerri goes, "Well, what are you going to do, Matt?" He said, "Kerri, I have a car. I have money. Okay. And I'm getting the fuck up out of here. We're not staying here." And this turns Kerri upside down. I'm not sure why. Take the poll at the top of the chat because Kerri, you literally said this with your own mouth before Matt got here. Baby, my husband got points with the Marriott, okay? He's on the VIP over there. We're going to get us a nice room. That's what she was saying. But not here. When Matt says, "No, we're not staying here," look, if you want to stay, cool, but I'm not staying here. I'm not. There's no way in hell. I got a vehicle, I got keys, and I got fucking money, Kerri. Why would I stay? He ain't lying. That's all true. That's all true. I'll let y'all take the poll. Take the poll at the top of the chat. Anyway, now Kerri's in confessional like, "I don't want to leave though. I don't want to leave. Matt, we're not going to look like team players if we leave." Kerri, that double personality that you got, that bipolarism that you have, girl, I get maybe you didn't really want to go, but the way you flipped everything on this husband when you was acting a fucking fool just a minute ago, he is allowed to respond to this room just like you responded to the room. Everybody gave you grace. Everybody laughed. Everybody was like, "Girl, we still want you to stay. Don't leave." Even though in confessional, they said, "I know that's right." Every single person in the house said, "Baby, oh yes, I'm with Kerri. I be the fuck up out of here." Yes, sir. Same. No way I'm staying. Kerri didn't want Matt to respond. And even though he wasn't going off or acting a fool, for some reason it bothered her that he didn't say, "Well, Kerri, let's be a team player." I feel like anything, I don't know. We'll get there. But what I want from Kerri is to see how she responded to this when she too reacted the same. In fact, she acted worse than Matt. And everybody gave her the grace to do it because that is a room you're supposed to respond to. But she didn't want him to respond to that. I don't know. Y'all talk to me in the comments, child. Tell me what you think. You said, "Sorry, not sorry. I'm not taking that room for the team." I'm going to tell you right now, neither would I. Neither would I. Fuck that. And even if I didn't have a car, all I'm doing is calling an Uber or calling an Uber to the rental place, the place that rent cars, because bitch, if this is how the weekend is starting, y'all ain't gonna keep me out here. That's just a no. He said, "And this is why I'm sick of Kerri." I hear you, girl. I hear you. I still like Kerri. I still like Kerri because Kerri is giving us raw emotion and we don't always get to see this. And I hope that she stay the hell out the comments because what Kerri's doing right now is she's reading everything, and reading comments changes you. You need to change because that's what you want to do, not because the comments is saying X, Y, and Z. We don't know everything, but I can tell you now, your reaction to what happened and Matt's reaction, two different reactions, girl. I mean, the same reaction, just one of y'all was doing the most, and it was you. You were doing the most. You were doing the most. Anyway, Matt is looking at Kerri like, he's seen this before. He knows what a temper tantrum from Kerri looks like. And he just said, baby, I don't have time for this shit. He already put it in his mind how he was going to handle things. And this is how you handle yourself. Don't ever go anywhere without having a game plan. At least that's how me and my household work. We don't go places where we don't, think everything through. What do we do if we don't like it? What do we do? You know what I'm saying? Those are the things you got to have in your head. Matt already did that. He did that when he was in Alabama. That's why he drove. You know what I'm saying? All he was going to do is execute. And he says that in the episode. No, okay. What did he say? He said, I don't react. I execute or some shit like that. Absolutely. I don't react. I execute. I already know what I was going to handle. I already knew how I was going to handle it, right? Anyway, the men are laughing at Matt's reaction to everything. And actually, they're all saying they understand. Matt, we want you to stay, but we understand, dog. And Kerri isn't hearing that. She doesn't see it. She doesn't hear it. She just thinks that maybe people aren't going to like her if she doesn't stay. And I don't know why. I wish that she was in the moment enough or present enough to recognize that nobody was really giving y'all a whole lot of shit. They were laughing and saying, we get it, but we want you to stay. And if you would have done something a little bit differently, you might have gotten somebody. No, that's not true. I was going to say maybe you would have gotten either Tamber or Marie to give up their room, but there's no way in hell that Tamber or Marie was going to give up their room. So that was a bad, scratch that, scratch that. Okay. All right. So anyway, after that moment, now we have everybody getting ready for dinner, right? They're going to have dinner at the house and then they're going to go out to the club, right? That's why they had them IVs a little bit earlier. But they bring in chefs, real chefs to cook in the kitchen. It's a chef style kitchen and they are doing jerk chicken and all kinds of shit, child. Everything is laid out, decked out, everything. And, Tree says that this is her and Glenn's gift to Selena and Mike to have dinner for the group, right? And look, not only do they have chefs, but all the ladies have their personal hair and makeup person there. So they are in these rooms getting dressed like they're about to go out on stage and perform like that. It is that serious. They have their own personal hair and makeup. I was like, baby, where the fuck y'all going? Where are y'all going? To Tyler Perry Studios? Like, what is happening? Come on in, you guys. Thank y'all for coming through. Hit the like button and share the video. Grab y'all something off the picnic table too, because there's food everywhere, food and drink everywhere, okay? So everyone is now coming downstairs to eat, right? Everybody except for Letitia. She is still getting her hair and makeup together. She said, baby, I'm running a little bit late, like 5 minutes. And when you look at Letitia's face, you can tell she is at least 30 to 40 minutes behind. There's no way she was 5 minutes behind. She still had to let her hair down. Child, they had to, spray that face at least 5 times. Y'all know back in the day, like my mama, my grandmama, part of my era, you used to use one foundation, some eye, like an eye palette, mascara, and you went out the door. Now you got to put on 15 different powders and makeup and foundation. They call the shit baking, but there's at least 8 layers, maybe 12 layers of makeup on your skin. I've never seen anything like it. I can't do it. I don't even know. I don't know how the girls are doing that shit. I watch that stuff on TikTok and I'm always like, why do you need like an 8 or 9 or 10th application of the same color? What is going on? They probably make, anyway, I'm sorry. I digress. But she's baking. Let's just put it that way. That heifer got on only 3 layers of makeup. She needs to put on at least 17 more. So it was going to take a minute. I'm just going to put it like that. Okay. Anyway, she's upstairs getting ready. Everybody's sitting at the table, child, with a fork and a knife in their hand, like, bitch, we are starving. What are you doing? Come on. Glenn goes upstairs. He's like, Tisha, what's going on? You ready? She said, no, I got about 5 minutes, 5 more minutes. He's like, well, they ain't going to eat without us. He said, they're not going to eat without us. And Tree said, that. Could you please bring me salads and the food to the table? Because I don't know when she's coming downstairs, baby. But my blood sugar is low and I need to eat. Okay. And look, Marie is at the end of the table like, bitch, are y'all doing this again? You're playing with my girl. You do it every single time. So she said, I don't eat salads. They look at Marie. They said, you don't eat salad? She said, I'm fine with this Coke and Henny. Just give me another Coke, okay? And now everybody is like, well, heifer, you ain't going to eat? She said, no, I'm not. I'm not going to eat. And in confessional, she said, bitch, this is disrespectful. And y'all do this to my girl every time. We are a collective, and your ass is supposed to wait until we all are downstairs to eat. Baby, when I tell y'all that Marie don't play when it comes to Letitia, okay? Hey, Belicious. Belicious is one of my members. You said, yeah, I can't cake makeup on my face either. Absolutely. No. I know people do it. I know it's the way. I just haven't been trained like that. My training is you get one layer and whatever happens, fucking happens. I don't care. Okay. What else is going on? Yes. Thank you, friend. I appreciate you. But yeah, so Marie said, I don't know what the fuck this is, but I am not eating a morsel. Not a nothing. Bitch, I could pass out and I'm not eating shit. I don't care. Anyway, finally, I think it's Glenn. He comes down first. And Glenn stops and goes, are y'all motherfuckers eating without us? And they said, hell yeah. I mean, especially Cliff. Woodstock had that damn fork in his hand. He said, you afraid to eat without Tisha? You wouldn't eat without Tisha? Like he's, Cliff is a hoot, but Cliff said, I don't feel bad about eating without you. Shit. We have been hungry. We ain't ate all day. We've been traveling. We in this house. Get yourself something, okay? You look famished. Anyway, Glenn said, I ain't afraid to eat without her, but I'm not. That's my wife. I'm going to wait for her to come downstairs. In confessional, Glenn said, this is the most disrespectful shit I've ever seen. They wouldn't even have a chef if it wasn't for me. This is my connection. I'm the one who called this motherfucker. Why are y'all calling shots on when y'all eat? Okay? Glenn said, this is a mess. So Cliff said, I'm definitely eating. And then you hear Matt pipe up and said, I'm eating too. I don't give a shit. If Kerri ain't down here when she's supposed to be, if she on her 18th layer of fucking makeup, oh well, I'm eating. And now Kerri is in her damn feelings like, this motherfucker here. Like it feels like every single moment is an attack on Kerri. And it may be because she has all that shit happening with her finances in her restaurant. But she is like, you know what I'm saying? She's seething. You're there to have fun, to enjoy Mike and celebrate Mike and Selena. But she is sitting there looking at that husband like, you are pushing every single fucking button you can push. And I don't know how much I can take. Okay. Now we got Miss Tisha. She finally done, right? She come downstairs dressed in a chocolate dress, looking cute. Okay. But she see everybody clinking them damn forks together, them glasses. I'm telling you right now, production, this was absolutely fabulous because you could almost see what was running through her mind. You heard the record scratch, right? She come down them steps and then went, what the fuck are y'all doing? Are y'all really eating without me? She is hot, but she said, baby, this isn't about me this weekend. It's about Mike and Selena. I'm going to take one for the fucking team. But if it was not them, if they weren't here, okay, they might get this motherfucking mouth. Okay, I am pissed. And she walked over to the table. She said, This is dirty work. Y'all could have waited for me before I came down, ate before I came downstairs. What is this about? Marie said, not me, friend. You look at this. My plate is fucking clean. I said the same thing. And she said, you my only friend. You are my only friend. The way Marie and Letitia be locked in, I was hollering. Okay. Those two are funny to me. May they always be Celia and her sister. Okay. May they always, you and me shall never part. That shit was funny to me. I love it. I'm going to tell you something. I think if it was me and my sister, we wouldn't have ate either. We would have waited for each other. That's just how we were raised. So same mama, same daddy. My mama always said, you make sure you take care of each other. Y'all don't do that type of shit to each other. Okay. But that was funny to me. Anyway, what else are they doing? They are also giving advice to each other about marriage. So they are having a moment where even before Tisha came down, they're giving each other advice, or giving giving Selena and Mike advice about how to stay married, right? First thing, don't eat without the other one. You always wait on your wife. And the other side of the table is like, what the fuck? Y'all stupid as hell. Go ahead and eat. But there's also a moment where Matt says, if you want some advice about marriage, learn to be givers to each other. Because if you are givers, there's nothing that y'all can't conquer. There's nothing that y'all can't accomplish. Okay. Partners that are givers win. Now, I don't know if he was throwing a little jab there, throwing a little subliminal to his wife, but it was an interesting comment to make. And then you hear Marie say, absolutely. Because if one of y'all is a giver and one of y'all are a taker, that's a bad mix. That's a bad combination. Nothing good can come from it, right? So that's how the advice part started. And then when Tisha sits down, because Tisha's being a team player at this point, bring me my salad. I'm late, but bring me my salad, bring me my jerk chicken, child. I want everything everybody else got. She is also, they said, well, what's the advice, Tisha? You got any advice? Because everybody was giving advice beforehand. And she said, if I had to give advice, I would say, we love to focus on the negative shit when it comes to your partner, but focus on the good stuff too, okay? Because we put a whole lot into what's bad, but we don't put as much into what's good, right? And so now Kerri, because like I said, those two might have been sending subliminals to each other, her and Matt. Kerri said, well, Tisha, because we all know you and Glenn are in a struggle marriage. So what do you like, or what things can you say that are good about Glenn, bitch, since you brought it up? And Tisha said, that's easy. That's easy. There is a whole lot of great things about Glenn, but what I can say off rip is he is a good provider. He is an amazing protector, and he is an excellent father since the day our son came into the world. Okay. And now Glenn feels seen, y'all know, because Glenn has been telling everybody, bitch, I am not getting any credit for paying the bills. So every time I turn around, Tisha talk about how she want her own, but baby, I have been doing it since the day we decided to be together, and he ain't heard her pat him on the back. So now he feels seen. And in his confessional, he's smiling like a Cheshire cat, right? I didn't know she recognized. I didn't know she knew. You know what I'm saying? We've been going through a whole lot of shit, but it's just good to hear. It's good to hear that she actually respects me and she appreciates me and all that shit. So I'm chuckling because I'm like, Glenn, if you don't go sit your ass down somewhere, stop cheating and she'll see you as those things. She ain't trying to pack her bags for nothing. She ain't getting her own shit for nothing. She getting her own stuff because you keep showing her time and time again that she can be replaced. So stop. Okay. It might just be asked to you, but you don't know what that other woman on the other side, as your good friend Cliff said, you don't know what those heifers that you be fucking on got in store for you. They want your wife's spot. So you don't know what they have plans for you. And you need to stop allowing yourself to get caught up and tricked and fooled and treated like you know, a second grader who just learning how to walk, a baby, a toddler who just learning how to walk. All true. All true. Who gives a damn if you pay the bills if another bitch can come in and take half your check for child support, Glenn? Cut it out. Anyway, I'm getting off topic. The fact of the matter is, who cares? You pay the bills, great. But if somebody else can come in and take your check, and now your shit is being split between them, your mama, and me, I'm going to go get my own. That's all. I understand. I understand. All right. So they're all at the table feeling good. Now they done had a lot of drink in them, you know what I'm saying? And everybody finishes up their dinner. And they got a sprinter outside waiting on them. A sprinter outside waiting on them so they can go to the club, right? And so they all go out the door. They all go out the door. And Marie sits up front and she goes, shit, oh, Kerri, you want to sit in the back so you and Matt can sit together? Because everybody knows, looking at the table, that there's something wrong with Kerri and Matt. Y'all can tell when there's a couple that ain't, you know, locked in. Everybody else is laughing and joking and having fun. And the two of them giving each other the stank eye and rolling their eyes at each other and shit when they talk. That's what's going on with Kerri and Matt at the table. But when they get on the sprinter, Marie said, oh, Kerri, you want to sit next to Matt? Y'all can sit back in the back. And Kerri said, absolutely the fuck not. Wherever he sits, I need to sit the opposite of that, okay? Y'all ignore that thunder outside, okay? She said, I need a break from Matthew, okay? Matthew Paul and all the shit that he got going on. Matt hears this from outside the sprinter. He waiting to climb in, child. He said, oh, shit. Kerri, if you could just slow your fucking roll just a half a second, you don't have to make every single moment about us, girl. So he goes, that's okay. That's okay. I'm okay with sitting in the back. He ain't saying anything super ugly. He's just like, Kerri, we got to figure this out. You know what I'm saying? We cannot have these kind of moments in front of everybody all day long when this isn't even really about us. This is about Selena and Mike. Shut the fuck up. It's what he probably really want to say, but he's not doing that to her. He's giving her a chance to just, you know, kind of be all over the place with the mouth. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. That's true. They are hunching on the regular. We know that Glenn and his wife gets it in, right? Okay. And it's believable. Sometimes people be getting on the show like, oh, we gonna later, we gonna have, you know, and nothing about them look like they even touch each other. You know what I'm saying? But I do believe that Glenn and Letitia, I think they still have a very active sex life. Kerri and Matt does not give me that. It just doesn't. Because she talks about it too much. You want to go in the house and have it? No, girl, that's not how that happens. Hush. Stop faking the funk, because none of us care. If you wouldn't have said it, we wouldn't have thought it. Now you're saying it, and now we know Matt ain't getting pleased. Neither are you. Okay? Anyway, and Matt laughs too much after you say it. Matt laughs too much, just like Heavenly and Dr. Damon. When Heavenly be making them jokes, Dr. Damon be looking at the camera like, bitch, y'all know we don't. Y'all know we don't do nothing. Okay? Yes, same thing. Anyway, now they get to the spot. I forgot what it's called. I think it's called V12. That's a big thing where, you know, the VIPs of Atlanta, they'll go there. It got like multiple like a levels, I think, like a downstairs and an upstairs. And I guess the who's who always go there to party, right? So they end up going to this place called V12. And when they get there, they make Mike and Selena sit in the sprinter while they go inside and get everything squared away, right? They got these flares lit up, and they got Mike and Selena's faces on these fans, these huge fans. What else? Champagne is everywhere, lights, child. Everybody in the place know that they're coming in. And so they're going to scream congratulations and all that shit like they're Beyonce and Jay-Z. It's a whole thing. Right? But when they come out, Selena is this is heaven for her. You can tell this is heaven for her. She's like, bitch, can we live here in Atlanta? Like, I love it here. In all of my life, I have not experienced this kind of, support and just from her friends, to be celebrated like this by her friends. And in fact, the whole group says it. They're like, we've never had this kind of time with the Bells. Like, this is one of the best times we've ever had as a collective, right? It was very sweet. It was very sweet, very nice. They're having the time of their life. All of them are pouring into Selena, talking about how great of a friend she is, how she's always acknowledging everybody else's happy moments. She's the first to call, she's the first to call if anything bad happens. Like, they were really just saying how wonderful they are and how they're happy to see them, the two of them, find love again, because both of them have been married and divorced before. So it was just really nice to see that type of support in a friendship group, right? Everybody's happy, everybody's having a good time, except for Kerri. Kerri is faking the funk because really all she can think about is, when we leave this party, is Matt going to leave me? Is he going to go to a hotel and leave me at the house? Because Kerri refuses to leave. Okay. And anyway, I just hate that for Kerri. I just hate that she wasn't able to release all of that extra angst because of that bullshit and just celebrate and have fun. That's the only thing. But because everybody knows what's going on in her head, when the party wraps up at whatever time in the morning, 2, 3, who knows, whenever they walked out of there, you got Tambra, who is there by herself, by the way, and could have really given up her room, because in her confessional, she said, well, I totally understand where Matt is coming from. And I'm going to tell you right now, I definitely would have left, but I'm not married. So he should stay with his wife if he's not married. And the second she said that, I said, Tambra, you done just told on your fucking self, because you and Damon have been in a relationship for a very long time. You have a child together. And even if you don't have a ring on your finger, you would definitely think of that man as your partner. So saying you're not married, so he should stay there. Well, if you and Damon showed up and that was the room that you were given, do you think your ass should have stayed if Damon said I wanted out, or would you have left with Damon? You know what I'm saying? Like, the truth of the matter is, sometimes you separate yourself from that man in a way that you don't have to. If he's your partner, period. Just like you told, who was it, Mandy? Bitch, don't be saying I date the man from the radio station, the juice man. That's my man. The fact that you were the one who separated yourself from that, I was like, Tamara, look at you telling on yourself and you don't even know. Girl, you don't separate yourself from your partner, whether you have a ring on your finger or not. That's your man, period. So that's funny to me. And I wonder if anybody's going to take that moment and roll it into something else a little later if it shows up at the reunion, because that bitch told on herself, period. Okay. So now she squares it up with Kerri, talking about, hey, are y'all leaving for real? Is Matt leaving? And Kerri said, I don't know. It looks like he gonna leave me behind. He don't know how to be a team player. He's saying all this shit. And Tambra has one of them smiles on her face. You know, the ones like, this, oh my God. You know what I'm saying? You got to be careful when people's eyes light up with glee when you have a problem, whether it's with yourself or with your mate. Don't talk to people who do that. They're not there for you. They don't give a shit about you. Anyway, they get on the sprinter. Kerri is still bitching. He ain't a team player. He think he too good. He's bougie. Like, she's doing all of that again. Everybody is just kind of, you know how people get quiet, and then you got those friends that try to encourage y'all. Oh, come on, Matt. We don't want y'all to leave. Y'all know what I'm saying? It's that kind of thing. People are just they want Kerri to pipe down, but they can't really tell her that. Anyway, Matt said, listen, I drove 6.5 fucking hours to get here. My back hurt. My legs don't have the proper circulation. I need to put my ass on a real mattress and a real bed. I'm not sleeping in here. I don't know what y'all problem is. And he's not saying it in a mean way. I just want y'all to know. He's saying it in a way like people would say when I have a problem, I find the solution and I move forward. I don't have to stay here. Okay, in confessional, Kerri says, and Matt goes, this just shows how low our marriage really is. We are at the bottom. If he leaves here and leaves me, and this shows we at the bottom of this marriage. Matt says in his confessional that Kerri should have his back and stop talking about him behind his damn back. Why are you talking to everybody and making it seem like I'm the worst of the worst? Why? You called me and told me that we was in the bowels of the house, girl. Do you recall that? Anyway, Matt said that this shit is disrespectful. She's being disrespectful, and Kerri got to figure it out and stop being such a damn child about everything. Okay, now they're at the house, and Matt got his goddamn gym bag. Look, he didn't even bring a whole suitcase. He brought a gym bag. That's it. And they like, Matt, you leaving for real? You leaving for real? He said, yes. What the fuck? Okay. Why y'all keep asking me this? I'll be back in the morning. Y'all going to sleep. What does it matter if I am gone during the sleeping hours and return back to this house in the morning when everybody's up? Why would that make y'all mad? Okay? I don't know why that is a problem. We are fucking grown. We're not kids. Everything he's saying is accurate. Again, there isn't one person in this group who's disagreeing with Matt. Not even Tisha. Tisha said, baby, listen, I would like him to take one for the team like I do all the time, but I get it. Shit, I get it. Okay. Tree says, I get Matt, but I think he needs to stay where his wife is because I don't think that Matt supports Kerri the way he's supposed to. Kerri, you can see it on her face that she's not getting supported the way she wants to, right? Which I don't see that. I don't know what Teresa's seeing that I'm not seeing, but that's what she says. Except with the mother, you know what I'm saying? There might have been some people are on different sides of the fence regarding that, but I don't know what the hell Tree saw that would make her say that. Anyway, they're down there talking about it, and Tisha said, look, child, I don't know if he's leaving or if he's staying. I hope that he does stay, but I really don't give a shit because me and Glenn is doing okay. They fucking up during this ATL trip, but for whatever reason, this has brought me and Glenn back together. And I'm about to go upstairs and give him a little ass. You know what I'm saying? I'm going upstairs and spending some quality time with my husband. We rocking this motherfucker. Hopefully y'all don't hear nothing. Y'all don't hear anything bad. You know what I'm saying? But if you do, just know that's what's going on. Because I'm feeling good. I done got this drink up in me. It's 3 a.m. and I'm about to do it. You know what I'm saying? Oh, well. So she leaves the group. Kerri is in a closet with Matt trying to, talk to him. But then the camera goes upstairs with Glenn and Tisha. And Tisha is sitting there giving Glenn bedroom eyes like, yo, I know you drunk, but are you ready? You know what I'm saying? He like, I'm not that drunk. That's how Glenn looked. He said, hell, I'm feeling good, but I'm not that drunk. We can get it in for sure. And then you hear this conversation between Tisha and Glenn where they basically said, listen, we apologize to each other because both of us really took it there over these last couple of weeks or months or whatever it is. And Tisha said, since you told me you really don't want my money, when we went to see the lawyer, it got me, to think about you a little bit differently. And so I want to reconnect with you. I want us to rekindle. You know what I'm saying? I'm ready to drop my guard and for us to get back together again, to get back on one accord. But Glenn, she says to Glenn, I'm tired of you acting like because you're my husband, what you say goes. You know what I'm saying? Coming to me with I'm the man of the house, I make the decision shit. She said, I don't want you to do that with me no more. I want you to ask me. I want you to talk to me like I'm your partner. I want you to see how I'm feeling about things for real. Okay? And while she's saying this, Glenn looked like a little boy. I guess he must have got his it looks like he shaved his beard a little different, maybe cut his mustache down a little bit, had this little pretzel thin mustache across his lip. And he was just looking at her. I was like, God damn, Glenn looked like he's 12 years old. I would have been like, don't you ever cut your damn facial hair. Y'all know sometimes men do that. Their whole face changed without their facial hair. But he's just staring Tisha in the eye like he half drunk and he trying to comprehend, but he really can't. Baby, talk to me about this in the morning, because I'm telling you right now, I ain't going to remember shit you said, okay? Just take them panties off. Let's do what we supposed to do, okay? And they end up rocking each other's world. They in the episode or in the scene with them, you know, hugging each other and shit, rolling around. She threw her whole body on top of Glenn. I said, look at Glenn and Tisha. Look at Glenn and Tisha. They really be getting it in. Show do. Okay, now while that's happening, Matt and Kerri are downstairs in a closet, child. What's up, friend? My friend Teresa, also a member, is in the house. Y'all know if you'd like to become one, the link is pinned at the top of the chat. Okay, so, oh my goodness. Kerri is downstairs antagonizing the hell out of Matthew. Matthew is on the phone talking about operator, representative, because even though he told us that he already had the room squared away, it looks like he's trying to call the hotel now at 3 a.m. And I'm like, Matt, you should have why didn't you just get the room earlier like you said you already had? And Kerri's like, are you really getting a room for real? Are you really gonna leave me here for real? And that voice is annoying as shit, but she is like coming after him. And he said, Kerri, yes, look at the room, Kerri. This is just disrespectful to me and you. And Kerri, another thing, the way your ass like to pop off on everything, I am really surprised that you would let these people disrespect you like this. He said that earlier in the episode. Why are you letting them disrespect you like this when you don't have no problem jumping on me, jumping on my mama, okay, jumping on the people at work? Hell, the people at work, your employees, they already told you, stay out of here. You micromanage every little thing. And here is where you want to be a team fucking player when I don't have a place to sleep for real. So Matt is just sitting there while he's listening to this computer, I'm assuming, on the phone, and he is looking at Kerri like, you are really going through there, and I don't get why. But Kerri said, I can't believe you doing this to me. Like she sounded a little bit like Tiny, T.I.'s wife. I can't believe you doing this to me. And then she said some shit like, this is what really got me. She said something like, I never get any pushback from Matt. Whatever I say goes. So the fact that he's pushing back on me about this is shocking. Okay? And he needs to be a team player, and he needs to be a this. And when she said that, I said, well, Kerri, if he never ever pushes back on you for anything, then why can't you throw him a bone and just go? I mean, y'all are asleep. That's it. You're just going someplace to sleep. Did you fucking run up the credit card? Is there no room on the credit card to put a $200, $300 room on there? Why are you upset? But she says that he never pushes back on me. Ever. Anything that I want, he does. So I am really upset that he is pushing back on me here. And he says, Kerri, enjoy the day. Enjoy the I'm just going to be gone for a little while, bitch. I'm coming back. But then you see the scene end, and it's the next day. But Matt is like, I really just don't understand what's going on with Kerri. I really don't. Anyway, child, it's the next day. And when I tell y'all, Tisha is fluttering around that damn house like a butterfly. I mean, she is light, bright, glowing, has a complete look, washed the 12 or 15 layers of makeup off her face, but has a natural glow because Glenn did what he was supposed to do. You know what I'm saying? Glenn fixed her up, took care of her, gave her that natural makeup. And now teacher's in the kitchen saying, bitch, I'm making breakfast for everybody. How many couples are there? Her, who else? Marie, Tambra, Selena, Treese, 6. So there is 7 or 8 people in that house, including herself. And she said, I'm making breakfast for everybody. Everybody eats off me this morning, bitch. I am feeling good. And then that heifer went in the kitchen, poured a damn near the whole bottle of vegetable oil into 2 skillets. There was a pinch of vegetable oil left. Put bacon in the one skillet and sausages in the other skillet. And was making, had a trough of bacon and fucking sausage piled up in a plate. And I have never in my life seen anybody cook bacon and sausage with vegetable oil ever, at least, and deep fried it. I mean, the shit sunk into the bottom. Anyway, we see her in there cooking her ass off, baby, because she is happy. Okay. Glenn gave her that act right. And then we go to Matt and Kerri. Matt stayed at the fucking house. Okay. The camera enters that room and they show Matt's feet, his ankles hanging off the end of that 20 twin mattress. And Kerri's feet was wrapped around Matt's foot. The top of his leg. I was so disgusted. Matt said, this is some bullshit. Matt was in that damn bed. He said, this is some bullshit. This is some bullshit. Okay. He said, I ain't never done no mess like this before. Ever. I've never done no mess like this before. I don't know how I got here. I don't know why this is acceptable. It's not acceptable to me. I don't know why it's acceptable to Kerri. Okay. Anyway, Kerri said, listen, her and Matt really went through it last night. And even though he decided to stay, he should have never put her in that position. He should have never had her go back and forth with her. Okay. With him, that she should have said, okay, the first time. Anyway, take the poll at the top of the chat. Take it. Matt wakes up and he said, I guess he wants shit to just, be over. Listen, I gave in. You won. I'm here, Kerri. Let's try to have a better day. Since you was asking me to be a team player and stay, and I did, why don't you go into the kitchen? Because I hear Tisha's in there cooking. Why don't you go into the kitchen and help? Okay. And she said, I'm not going into the kitchen and help her cook. Now, y'all know she owns 3 restaurants. He said, why not? Aren't you doing exactly what you accused me of doing? You're not being a team player. You're the chef. Go in there and help. She said, bitch, F that. She said, I'm not doing anything. The only thing I'm bringing into that kitchen is my appetite. She can cook. And then we see Matt and Kerri get themselves presentable enough to go into the kitchen, right? And when they go in, Kerri's eyes should have landed on that damn grease. Because I don't care if you're not a cook, you would have walked in the kitchen and been like, oh my God. Now I know why Marie doesn't eat anybody's cooking on that damn show. She will call a pizza for a pizza in a second, and now I know why, because there's a lot of people that's making mistakes over here. But they walk into the kitchen. Kerri, who is a chef or owns restaurants at the very minimum, and said that her mama and her mother-in-law were 2 of the best cooks in New Orleans. She walked up in that motherfucker, and her eyes land on the grease, and she doesn't say a thing. I don't know if she just didn't want it with Letitia, but y'all know Kerri doesn't bridle her tongue for anybody, right? She says whatever is on her heart. The fact that she saw the grease and didn't say shit, I was like, oh my God. Kerri, you can't cook then. So Kerri starts washing her hands so she can help out. She tried to grab some eggs and shit. And that's when Selena and the other girls start coming in, right? Selena, the rest of the crew start walking in. Selena said, "What the hell y'all burning up in here?" And then she looked at that damn grease. First, she looks at the bottle, and she was like, "What happened to my cooking oil?" Because she had plans to make some shit. She said, "What happened?" And then she turns around and Tisha said in the gentlest voice, because Tisha, again, she is just feeling good. You know what I mean? Tisha said, "I deep fried some sausage and some bacon. I deep fried the sausage and the bacon. There it is." And Selena said, "You did what?" She said, "Bitch, nobody deep fries sausage and bacon. It's already got its own grease. You just put it in the skillet and it will make the oil, bitch. Who does this?" So she said, "If you don't," she said, "Kerri, get your ass up out the kitchen. Number one, child, because we already know your ass can't cook." Again, they had sampled Kerri's cooking, and she told Kerri, "You stop washing your hands and you get on the other side of that damn countertop." That's number one. And Letitia, you get your ass on the other side of that countertop too. Don't touch nothing else. Everybody. And we already know Treese isn't allowed over here. I don't care if you do own a restaurant, you ain't allowed over here. Okay? Get your ass, stay over there too. Now everybody is cracking up. And Marie, she said, "The only person I can ask to help me is the bitch who knows not to eat nothing. Marie." But she went, "Marie, come on." She went, whoa. Let me backtrack, child. "Marie, before I ask you to help me out, child, how do you cook sausage and bacon? Do you put it in vegetable oil and grease?" And Marie said, "Hell no. Bacon and sausage cooks in its own grease." And she said, "And I know that's right." And then they high five, and she said, "Come over here before they touch anything else, child. They're gonna have them damn waffles floating in some shit." That was the funniest shit I've ever seen. I said, if this isn't how friends really talk to each other, bitch, if you don't get your ass on the other side of that countertop, what have you been doing? Not only that, but you get in that damn car that Matt drove over here, and you get yourself another bottle of fucking vegetable oil. Get my vegetable oil back in this house the way I had it. You gonna cuss some people out, child. On the day, this is supposed to be about her weekend. She said, "Y'all in here messing up. You're trying to kill everybody." Okay. That was hilarious to me. I was so happy they captured that on film. That was some funny stuff. Anyway, they do all that, and then Kerri gets put on cutting the mangoes, child. She got to skin the mangoes and cut slices up. Atlanta has some of the best mango. I kid you not. If y'all know how to pick a nice, slightly firm mango, the only other place I've had mango that good was in Cuba. But child, my mouth is watering right now just thinking about it. I'm gonna head out as soon as I finish this video and go get myself some mango. Best mango ever. Anyway, she is sitting there slicing the mango up. And everybody is just laughing, having good friendship moments. They are sitting there with their bonnets on, no eyelashes, you know what I'm saying? Maybe a little bit of blush, but nothing too serious, because everybody is down there just being friends, just being friends. And in this moment where they are just being friends and saying, "Child, we are happy that you, Kerri and Matt, that y'all decided to stay. We're going to have a good fucking time today too, just like we had a good time yesterday." And she said, "But today we're going to break off in groups, okay? We're going to have the men go for the men's side for their bachelor party, and we're going to have the women doing our thing for the bachelorette, for the women's side, right?" And then as a joke, but Treese just didn't know how tender Kerri was, but as a joke, she said, "Kerri, Matt needs a break from you today, okay? Because yesterday you really showed your ass." You know what I'm saying? We all know it, but we're laughing about it because they think that Kerri and Matt are over the hump. And they especially think that Kerri was over it. But Kerri she turns into Kerri, like the movie Kerri. Do y'all remember that old ass movie? I was a child when that movie came out. I don't even know what year it was, but I do remember my mama and my aunties talking about how great the movie was. But there's a movie called Kerri where Kerri, she was at the school. She was considered the nerdy girl that nobody wanted to talk to. She stank. Her hair, she had the greasy hair, just a nasty little, from the Virginia mountains white woman, and she thinks that she is being crowned the queen of the prom. Look the shit up. It's a hilarious movie. Okay, she thought she was being crowned queen of the prom, standing next to the prom king, the football player. And they brought her ass up there because she was shocked. And everybody's like, Kerri. She goes up there and they have pig's blood over her head in a bucket. And they dump it on her to get their jollies off, to get their kiki on. And she's like, oh, like she's freaked out. Oh my God, there's blood just spilling into her eyes, into her mouth. Sissy Spankets. Thank you, sis. Look, my sister knows everything, child. You be helping me with these cultural moments, okay? These pop culture moments. It was like that. So everybody's laughing. That was what I was thinking when I was watching it. And they didn't see her wheels spinning, like her eyes are bucked open and she got that damn knife in her hand. Kerri Paul. Kerri Paul at the countertop. She's cutting. She's looking at everybody while they laughing and shit. And I'm like, oh my God, cut it out. Y'all don't see this bitch transforming on y'all. She is not in the mood. Yes. So Matt's sitting there. Matt sees it. He's not laughing. But he also doesn't want to give Kerri's ass away because he knows Kerri crazy as fuck. He knows Kerri is crazy. So he's like, yeah, we was good. You know what I'm saying? So now Kerri goes, is that how you feel, Matt? Mind you, he didn't tell the joke. Treese told the fucking joke. Is that how you feel? Okay, like you need a break from me? Is that what it is? And he's like, Kerri, what's going on? Kerri, what is going on? And she's like, all of y'all are on this motherfucking side. When I have been trying to keep him in this house, I'm the one who's trying to be a team player and y'all on his side. And they're just still laughing because they haven't seen Kerri go to the pig blood side, right? They ain't seen that shit. And she's still cutting that knife. If anybody at the table was able to recognize that bitch was losing it, it would have been Cliff Woodstock. Woodstock is sitting there with a smile on his face, like going back and forth. What the fuck is going on? That's right. Mm-hmm. Only Cliff, okay? Actually, I ain't gonna say only Cliff because really, like Tambra, like turned her back to Kerri because she's like, bitch, this is about to go left. She's sitting up there doing them eggs. And even Marie turns her back to Kerri. She said, oh shit. Marie in confessional said, oh shit. She said, now we get to see the real Kerri. Y'all know I love me some Marie. Her accent is hilarious. Now we get to see the real Kerri. Okay. I knew this bitch has something to hide. And so she said, is that what it is? And Matt said, Kerri, stop being a hater, right? Kerri is something talking about you a Christian martyr. This is how it always go down. This is really what she's saying to him. Y'all are on his side and it always happens like this. I'm the one who tries to keep everything together. Y'all didn't see how hard I was fighting to keep this man in the house. And this is what he does. And now everybody's on his side. Everybody's team Matt. He's a Christian martyr. And Matt's like, still, Matt's sitting there with this damn cup of coffee. Trying to talk to his wife with his eyes. Like, Kerri, if you don't calm your ass down, this isn't even that serious. He's a hater. Or he calls her a hater. You a hater, right? But he says it jokingly. Everybody's still laughing. And everybody's centered around this countertop while this is going down too. And that's when Kerri said, nobody ever want to call out the spade. Nobody ever wants to call out the spade. And Matt said, Who's the spade? Kerri said, you motherfucker. And now everybody goes silent. The grease stopped popping on the stove, bitch. Everybody. And then you hear Tisha say, now, Kerri, Kerri, why are you doing that to him, right? And Matt said, you think that's love? That sounds like love to you? Cliff says, that's that crazy kind of love, bitch. I've had a few of them in my day. Treese might be a part of that crazy kind of love shit, but you got yourself a crazy kind of love bitch on your hands. And now all he's doing is staring at that knife. And she took that fucking knife, picked it up and stabbed it into the mangoes and said, I'm out of here. And she walks off. But when she stabbed that damn knife into the mango, baby, I was nervous for everybody in the room. That was some funny shit. Then you hear Tisha say, there she is. There it is. That's the Kerri we were all trying to figure out. That's the real Kerri, right? Everybody at the table was like, bitch, you are kidding me. Not you taking fucking utensils and stabbing it into the fruit. Okay? Kerri. That's right. That's her new name. Kerri. Y'all know when we call Kerri from this point on, that's pig blood Kerri, okay? That is pig blood Kerri. Anyway, pig blood Kerri said, bitch, I'm out of here. She went running back to her room. She was pissed. She gave that, when she walked out, she looked at Matt like, and bopped her ass up out of there and went around him. Matt watches her walk out the door. I said, if Kerri jumps on your ass, Matt, now it's the big picture. When y'all be fighting at home, Kerri be jumping on you, child. She be throwing shit at your head, pillows and stuff like that. Y'all have a crazy relationship for sure. Anyway, they're all laughing. I mean, to an extent, they're trying to make light of it. Like, oh shit, y'all, we done push Kerri's buttons. You know what I'm saying? So everybody's trying to do that. In confessional though, Matt said, I'm not running behind her. I'm not consoling her for this shit. For what? We were joking. Kerri is taking this shit too far. Okay? She needs to get it together. But even though you think I'm supposed to be running, because you can tell production ass, even though we're supposed to be having fun, bitch, absolutely not. Absolutely not. And I still like Kerri, even though I'm talking about her ass. I still like her. But yes, mango mother Kerri. Everybody gonna remember the mangoes. That's a story that everybody's gonna tell later in the future when they go to different trips. Keep the mangoes and the knives away from Kerri. That's just what it is. That's how you positioned yourself, right? Anyway, Tree says, baby, this is my party. This is my money. This is my dime. We are not making this weekend about Matt and Kerri. She's going to have to get up out her motherfucking feelings. So as the host, I'm going to go into the room with her and find out what's going on. What is going on with Kerri? So she goes in there and she is the sweetest person, child. This is exactly what you do with your friends too. I said this, you know what I'm saying? You can't be hard on people. You got to go in, you got to be tender. And she said, Care Bear. Oh my God, Care Bear, what is going on, baby? I ain't never seen you come up out your skin like this. You know what I'm saying? Usually you are so sweet and gentle and funny. You know what I'm saying? Happy go motherfucking lucky. She is giving her all the compliments, right? She says, so is your husband. Your husband is always going with the flow, Kerri. We ain't never seen either one of y'all go down like this. So what got you acting like me and Cliff or Tisha and Glenn, goddamn, because y'all ain't never came up out of pocket the way we have on this show and in real life, because that's how we get down, goddamn. That's how we get down, okay? Kerri said, listen, child, this is probably a lot of displaced anger, but I got too much on my plate. I got too much on my back. And the last couple of weeks or days, whatever it is, it's been all poke at Kerri, and I'm not getting the support from Matt that I want and fucking deserve, right? She says that Matt is not supporting her when she is in a place where in less than 7 days, she got to say goodbye to her restaurant. And not only am I saying goodbye to that restaurant, I'm saying goodbye to hundreds of thousands. I've sent hundreds of thousands into that restaurant. I got debt, I got loan that I still got to pay, whether the doors of that restaurant is closed or not. I still got to pay it. And he's acting like this doesn't affect both of us, right? So Teresa's sitting there nodding her head and trying to comfort her and be her friend. And she said, does Matt act like this all the time? Is he always not supportive of you? And she basically said that's just who he is as a person. He's just a person he won't participate with her that way. She gets pretty crazy and he doesn't. He thinks one way, we got to figure it out, close it, then just figure it out from there. But that's not the type of person she is. And that's pretty much how it ends. But it was a great episode, y'all. It was a great episode. I really liked it. I really did. It's a 10 out of fucking 10 for me. Kerri is my scene snatcher in this episode. I got to do my scene snatchers again. Kerri is the scene snatcher in this episode. Her and Matt, to be truthful. Both of them were good. I'm going to get you guys' vote because I had y'all take a poll. I'm going to get your vote on the poll. And if you are watching the replay, put your vote in the comment section, okay? So let me read it to you guys. I said, would you agree with your partner? If he said he wanted to leave, if he got to the place and said, this isn't acceptable for me, would you agree with your partner and stay at a hotel, or would you let your partner go and you stay with the friendship group or the collective? And 91% of y'all said that you would leave with your partner, while 9% of you said that you would let your partner go to a hotel while you stayed with the group. Okay. I would let my partner go. I would leave with my partner. I've been married long enough where comfort is most important to me. And if first off, if I drove 6 hours, or even if I knew he drove 6 hours, I would want him to lay in a bed and sleep. I would want him to lay in a bed and sleep, and I'll be laying in that same bed. Okay, wherever your ass is sleeping, I'm sleeping. And then we can come back in the morning. It's not a problem if you're going to close everybody's eyes is closed anyway. And I'm not going to be on the bottom floor listening to Glenn and Tisha upstairs. Just ain't going to happen. The second we knew that was going down, I would have left any fucking way. Y'all couldn't wait to go home, and y'all should have went to the hotel. Don't, this isn't a house with, soundproof walls. So yeah, y'all should have been in the basement, or y'all should have been upstairs, one or the other. But I mean, y'all should have been at the hotel, one or the other. But I'm not doing all that. Sorry. But it was a funny moment, and I think it's just one of those things that when you look back on it, they'll get over the hump. And when you look back on it, you'll be like, God damn, what was I on? But I think maybe she got a whole lot of stuff happening in her world. And sometimes you just need to see yourself on TV. And when she hears how everybody was talking about it in their confessional, because there wasn't one person who didn't go in confessional and say, I agree with Matt, I would have left. Not one. And she thought she was being a team player. She thought she was doing what the group wanted her to do. And really, they just wanted you to be comfortable. They would have been totally okay if you left. They begged you to stay to let you know that they love you and they want you to be a part of the group. If you leave, it's not because we want you to leave, but they also understood that, hell, I'm not staying in that motherfucker either. Goodbye. Give Shaq back his damn shoebox. I'm not sleeping in there. Okay. But it was just that. So, anyway, it was a great show. I appreciate y'all for coming over, hanging out, doing all the things that cousins and family do, which is laugh and, support each other. I really appreciate that. You guys are amazing. You're always amazing. Okay. Let me get my other screen up here. Thank you to my sister for coming over and, helping me out on the ones and the twos with this group. Hold on. Here we go. Helping me with the moderating. Also, thank you to all of my members who came over to hang out with me today. Thank y'all. I love you guys, and I always appreciate it when y'all hang out with me. Hit the like button, share the video, follow me on all platforms at DYANAROZAY. If you want, go ahead and cop one of them James Baldwin t-shirts that I talked about a little bit earlier. I appreciate every single one of y'all for rocking with me. And until the next one, bye-bye.